Well, state lawmakers are now in session. Our federal lawmakers are on spring break right now, and that's why we're fortunate enough to have Trey Radel, Southwest Florida's congressman, a Republican congressman, joining us here in the studio. His first time on Capitol Hill after being sworn in back in January. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here at home, meeting after meeting, talking with people from all walks of life, Republicans, Democrats, people even not really engaged in politics, and I thank you for the time here tonight.
Certainly, absolutely. You know, speaking of a lot of the issues you guys have on your plate, one of the biggest challenges facing you and your peers right now has to do with gun control. I know the president has put an enormous amount of pressure on Congress to pass federal gun control laws in this country, including the idea of background checks for all purchases. Do you think in general there needs to be reform when it comes to gun control? And if so, what do you think needs to be done?
First and foremost, even the most hardcore NRA member will tell you that anyone who is a Second Amendment supporter is open to making sure that we can keep guns out of the hands of the mentally ill and criminals, period, point blank. Anybody's open to that. But I've been sworn to uphold the Constitution, and that means every Bill of Rights. That means your Second Amendment right, the right for you to protect your family and to protect your own life. I'm sworn to do that, and I'm also sworn to represent Southwest Florida. To give you an idea of how hot of a topic this is here in Southwest Florida, we have received in my short time there, representing and serving this area in Congress, about 5,300 letters, just in general, about every topic. A huge percentage of them, an overwhelming majority, are people who are saying we don't need anyone to infringe upon our Second Amendment right. And it's my duty, it's my responsibility to uphold the Constitution and, of course, serve the people of Southwest Florida. I'm open to all ideas. I'm open to working with Democrats in any way that we can. But again, I've got my primary responsibility serving this area.
Okay. You know, another big controversial issue right now is immigration reform. Many of your fellow Republicans have come up with a three-path plan to for those who are here illegally. Can you explain a little bit about that in your opinion regarding this?
Well, right now, we're still at the point where all we have are a bunch of ideas. What I like is the Senator Marco Rubio path, where we do this slowly. We don't need another 3,000-page bill to be shoved down the throats of the American public where, as once was infamously said, we need to pass it to find out what's in it. What we need to do is, number one, make sure that we have a secure border so that we don't have this problem. And really what we're looking to do is what President Reagan wanted to do in the 1980s, but we need to come through on those promises, securing the border and then getting to true immigration reform, to make sure we have a labor force and also to make sure that we have highly skilled workers here, the best and the brightest from around the world. I'm open to a path to residency, but I do not like the way that some senators or congressmen have thrown out this word citizenship like it's some sort of a reward that we just want to give out there as a token. This is the United States of America. People have fought for and died for this country. People have died to come to this country, and that's why I have a tough time swallowing that when we keep hearing citizenship for everyone.
You know, you mentioned Senator Marco Rubio. He's possibly, we hear, making a run for the White House. Thoughts on this?
Marco's a great guy. He's a friend, he's a buddy, and he's a great senator. What I love so much about Marco is, you know, we're roughly the same age. We're both around 40 years old. He's one of the new Republicans that can share our message as conservatives and not do it in sometimes what we've seen as an aggressive way, this or that. Marco shows us that conservative values are not just Republican values, they're American values that have made this country great for so long. And he's able to do that by communicating a message that cuts across generational, ethnic, and cultural lines. He has the ability to do that, and he's a conservative, he's a fellow Republican, and I like the guy a lot. I hope he runs.
for obvious reasons, of course. Very quickly, Dunk City. You love the name? We've adopted this, Dunk City.
Yeah, I love it. I'm so proud of our team. I'm so proud of FGCU. They have unquestionably put us on the map with what they've done. We are working right now on a House resolution. There we are. And yes, there is doing the Eagle. Yep. And I promised I would throw down some hip hop rap if they had beat Florida. Hey, maybe next year. But look at that. Look at I was at that pep rally, the energy, the spirit. All right, we could get that off the The
You know we're
energy-
going to keep playing this in slow motion all night long, don't you?
But it was, and that was the hip hop artist right there. So I said the only way I'd do it is if he came out onto the floor with us. But what a great group of guys. And we're proud of of Coach Enfield. You know, he's moving on to some big things. But we have a heck of a future right here with this basketball team, and hopefully a lot more. But so I will get back to you when we get our house resolution. We're going to do something on the floor of the house congratulating that team. But I do not think I'll be doing the Eagle dance on the house floor. We're going to keep some composure and keep it professional.
You took the words out of my mouth. You know, it's Wednesday night. I thought maybe you'd give us a little preview, but fortunately for you, we're out of time.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate the time. It's so great to be home here with family, friends, and neighbors, and the door is always open. I'm here to represent and serve everybody from all walks of life.
Thank you, Congressman
Thank
Radel,
you.
for spending your spring break with us.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.